Hey, I'm Wing Nation Steve Post, and this is another Dry Dean Salute to Champions. We are so glad we're spending some time this offseason saluting some of our great sprint car champions, and this time it is all about the FloRacing All-Star Circuit of Champions. Now, I learned a little bit doing some research on the All-Star Sprints. In the late 1960s, a group of businessmen got together. They wanted to build a super speedway near Youngstown, Ohio. The super speedway never happened, but sometime in their discussion, said, we need a touring sprint car series. And yes, the All-Stars, they began in 1970, and they ran for 3 seasons. But I always find it amazing in looking at historical things with the sprint car world. 1973, those of you old timers remember what was going on. Gasoline shortages. Remember the lines at the pump? Well, the gasoline shortages and some other business interests from some of the principals of the All-Stars caused them to shut it down, and it actually sat idle for 7 years. In 1980, it came back, and boy, it has been going strong ever since, including this season. 48 races for the All-Stars this year. Remember, it started all the way back in January at Screven, Georgia, and they raced into October, where they ended at Fremont, Ohio. 304, yes, 304 drivers attempted to qualify for all-star races this year. And when we got done, it was a little sunshine, hoisting the trophy high. Tyler Courtney, Clausen Marshall Racing, picked up the championship in the 48 races. He had 8 wins and a whopping 25 top fives. More than 50% of the all-star races, Sunshine put that car in the top 5. A little bit earlier this year, following the season back in October, Aaron Evernham and I had the chance to catch up with Tyler Courtney.
Pride, passion,
performance.
We are
Team Dry Dean.
Wing Nation, presented by Dry Dean and DRF Racing Oils, continue on. We are in the Hercules Tire Studios, and we are going to the Sage Fruit Hotline. Joining us fresh off from buttoning up the championship run for the All-Star Circuit of Champions is Tyler Courtney. Hello, Tyler. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Well, Tyler, I don't think, like, within the last month, I think we knew you were probably in good shape on this championship, but it had to be good to officially and finally get it knocked out at Fremont on Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I think, we really had to screw up the last month or so to kind of lose the championship, but we had some bad runs, but yeah, it feels good to finally, get it out of the way, and, we're crowned champions, and, they can't take it away from us now. So it's a pretty special feeling, and, just excited. It's been, a heck of a year, and to cap it off with a championship, kind of means the world to me.
Tyler, did you have any set written goals at the beginning of the season? Because I know you've run a decent amount of wing races before, or maybe just only a handful, and had success. But when you go into your rookie season with the All-Stars and then win the championships, I have to believe you exceeded or certainly exceeded the goals you may have set.
Yeah, I think, I think you write down win a championship, at the top, and it's just kind of, it's there. I think you have to have that goal in mind. But, being a realist, I was just, I was going to be happy going in and, win a couple All-Star races and, maybe finish in the top 3 in points and, try and get Rookie of the Year and things like that. And then, here we are at the end of the season, and we won 8 All-Star races and the championship and the Rookie of the Year all in one. So to say we, exceeded our expectations, I think is putting it lightly. And, I guess we just got to get a little more aggressive on our goal making.
Well, that's a good problem to have. That's for sure. Tyler, at what point during the season was there a point during the year where you started to really feel like you were hitting your stride and getting to where you needed to be to run for the championship with the All-Stars?
I think honestly, once we won our first All-Star race, it kind of just got the the monkey off our back, and it kind of took the pressure away of getting that first one out of the way, and I think we really kind of hit our stride past that, and that was in May, and then we kind of knocked off a couple more races there, and then then we go into Ohio Sprint Speed Week, and had a really good week during that week, and won the championship during that week, and built our points to a pretty good lead, and we're able to, I don't want to really say hit cruise control, because I still like winning races, and we were able to win a couple more after Speed Week, and including the Kings Royal, and but I would say that kind of turning point in our season to get it going would be that first win. And I think that just kind of gave us confidence in ourselves, and got us to this point.
Tyler, I was looking at some numbers and some stats on our Sprint Car stat page. May 1st, you finished 14th at Sharon, okay? Every race in the rest of May, June, July, and August, with the exception of one, on the All-Star Tour, you were top 10. It was August 3rd at Attica. You had won 11th place during Ohio Speed Week. So the wins are great. But, boy, you guys just knocked down the consistency to be able to go 3 months in Ohio in All-Star Racing to be in the top 10 for virtually every race. You guys really had that program buttoned up pretty good, it seems like, at that point.
Yeah, it was a pretty incredible run. I think it was 19 or 20 races in a row that we were able to run inside the top 10. And I think it just speaks volumes of the type of team that we have, just making sure that our I's are dotted, our T's are crossed, just making sure everything's right, and having a good enough car to run up each night. Consistently wins championships. And, I've been lucky enough to be a part of other championships on the USAC side of things that I was kind of able to just button down, and if we didn't have a winning car, just make sure we did finish inside that top 10, because you can win or lose a championship on not being consistent. And so I think that kind of played into our favor, that that I've been a part of race for a championship before, and I knew I didn't need to risk getting trying to win when all we had was a 5th place car. You just take your 5th place car and run through with it and get out of it. That's a really good night.
Tyler, your car owners, the Marshalls and the Clausens, have given so much to our sport, and they've been through so much in our sport. How gratifying was it for you to be able to give them a championship with the All-Stars this year?
It's really awesome. They took a chance on me, 5 years ago when we started Clausen Marshall Racing, and in the last 5 years we won 3 championships, and we're a couple points away from winning a couple more. But to be able to do this for them is really special for me, because they do, obviously, not even just for me, they do a lot for motorsports in general. And like you said, they have been through a lot. They've been through the highs and lows of every part of the sport and in life. So I think the things I can do for them in a race car, and I just being myself, I think will never be as much as what they've done for me.
Tyler, I know you were close friends with Brian, but is the story correct that Diana is really the one who made sure that you were going to be driving for CMR for a long time?
Yeah, I think that's I wasn't there when that conversation happened, but I think that's when Tim came to die, to tell her that him and Richard and Jennifer were thinking about keeping racing after Brian left us, and Di said that's fine. I want Tyler to drive for us, and so I think that's pretty cool in itself that Di wanted that to happen, and so I think she gets the credit from Tim and Richard, and then that she was the one that chose me, and I guess I'm just happy that I was the one.
I guess so. That is so sweet. That's for sure. We had a great visit earlier this year on one of our podcasts with with Tim Clausen, and he talked a lot about what you guys had been through, what he had been through, what you guys had been through, and everything. But and I may want to talk about Tim a little bit, but I want to talk now or ask about Richard and Jennifer Marshall, particularly Richard. Over the last year or two, it's been really neat to get to know Richard and Jennifer a little bit. Just as and really beyond racing, just to do dinner with them, or we were stuck in a rain delay at Eldora and talking about it. Richard, it was funny. It cracked me up when Aaron said, "Did you have written down goals going into the season?" You had written down goals, because I know that as fun as Richard and Jennifer are, they are very, very organized with the mental game on this. What is it meant to have someone that makes you write down goals, that makes every crew member write down goals, that makes Tim write down goals? What does that mean, and how has that helped you guys as a team to perform?
It's awesome. It's awesome to sit down. We sit down at the beginning of each year, and we do. We have our whole team's involved. We sit down and we bring in a piece of paper, or if they have it on their phone or what have you, and we go through our goals, not only for the professional side of things with racing, but we also come in with goals personally. And so it's cool to sit down and have that. And I think it's something that obviously has led to a lot of our successes and things like that. And Richard is we have brought that to the team from his personal side of things with, how successful he is in life. Obviously he's been a very successful, business person, for a long time. And so he brought things that were able to help him succeed in life, and we've instilled him into our race team now. And I think it's spoken for itself that it does work. You set goals ahead of yourself, and give yourself something to achieve. It helps you get to that point of achieving them. And like I said earlier, I just got to get a little more aggressive on my goals that I set, I guess, after this year. But and like you said, it's a great problem to have.
Tyler, there's a really nice video that's on the CMR Facebook page that was put together of different people congratulating you on the success and the championship. What is it like for you to watch that? I saw Ricky Stenhouse, Kyle Larson, Lauren from NOS, really everyone involved in your team sending you a video and congratulating you. What is it like to watch something like that?
It's pretty special. I didn't know they were doing that, and I didn't even see that I was tagged in it. So I just happened to be scrolling on Facebook and saw it, and just kind of saw it, raw and unexpectedly. And so to have that many people, care about me and, take the time out of their day to make a video like that is just means the world to me. And, it kind of puts things into reality, the things that, that I'm able to do and that I've gotten to do and going to do. And it's just, it was a really, really special, I think 6-7 minutes long that I got to enjoy, and, the people care about me.
That's neat that you ran into it raw like that. Not sit down. We need to show you something. That is neat when you run into something like that, where it probably takes your breath away a little bit. I like that.
It did. It was cool. It was obviously I was tagged in it, but I can float between both my Facebook pages on my app, and I just happened to be on my personal one, which it wasn't tagged in that one. And so, I just got to see it raw, and I think I probably would have rather done that anyway than, clicking on the notification and watching it.
Nice stuff. That's for sure. Was there a celebratory reward, or is there a reward trip or championship award, or do you just get back and go back to the shop and get ready for the next race for you guys?
I think as a team, we'll have we always have a end of the year Christmas, dinner party, what have you, during the PRI show during that week, and so that'll be kind of our celebration. And then I've got friends and family of mine that taking a couple trips this winter to kind of celebrate that way and that aspect at the same time.
Nice.
So, gotta ask, is there any thoughts on 2022? Will you go after the All-Stars again? I mean, I know Richard and Jennifer, they like winning races.
I guess you guys have to wait to find out.
Stay tuned. Ooh, a little teasing there. There you go. Tyler, congratulations on the championship. What a great year. What a fun year it's been. I remember pulling into Screven and watching you race that thing and thought, this is going to be interesting to see how this goes. And turned out pretty well for you. So congratulations on that. And we wish you continued success as you continue on going forward.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me, and glad I got to talk to you guys a few times this year.
There we go. Tyler Courtney, Sunshine, the All-Star Circuit of Champions, joining us here on Wing Nation.
Pride. Passion.
Performance.
We are.
We are. We are Team Dryden.
Great to catch up with and talk to Sunshine. He is part of our Dryden Salute to Champions, winning the championship on the FloRacing All-Star Circuit of Champions. Tyler was the point winner. Corey Eliason finished second. Hunter Schoenberg finished third. Zeb Wise was fourth. And the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog, after moving over from the IRA, a top 5 finish in the final points. 26 different drivers won all-star races this year. Sunshine had led the pack with 8 wins. Justin Peck had 4 wins. Kyle Larson, he popped in a few times, enough to get 3 wins. 2-time winners this season for the All-Stars: Corey Eliason, Zeb Wise, Bill Baylog, Cap Henry, Spencer Baston, Danny Dietrich, Anthony Macri, Kerry Madsen, Cole Duncan, and Logan Wagner. And lone race wins for the All-Stars this season. It's quite a list of them. Hunter Schoenberg, Hunter Schoenberg, Kyle Reinhart, Ian Madsen, Paul McMahon, Rico Abreu, Brett Marks, Sam Haferteep Jr., Cole Macedo, Brian Brown, Lance DeWeese, Tony Stewart, Darren Pittman, and Christopher Bell all got wins for the All-Star Circuit of Champions. What a year they had with the All-Stars, and I know 2022 is going to equal that, if not even be a little bit better. The All-Stars, what a great season, and we appreciate Tyler Courtney, Sunshine, from Clausen Marshall Racing for joining us here on this edition of our Dryden Wing Nation Salute to Champions.